One wrong text, just one, can make her lose interest forever. Think about that for a second. You spend days working up the courage to message her, your heart is racing, your palms are sweating, and you finally hit send. And instead of her smiling at her screen, instead of her feeling drawn to you, she feels turned off. She pulls back, she goes cold, and you never even know why. That's the danger of texting without knowing what you're doing. And let me be clear, this matters more than you realize. Because in today's world, where most first impressions happen on a screen instead of face-to-face, the way you text can make or break the connection you're trying to build. Some men lose the woman they want, not because they weren't good enough, but because their words over text weren't chosen carefully. And I don't want that to be you. My name is Selena Rose, and this is Relationship Truths. I've spent years studying attraction, watching how men and women misread each other's signals, and I've seen too many good men sabotage themselves over a simple text message. That ends today. Because by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to flirt over text in a way that feels natural, playful, and irresistible. You'll learn the mistakes that push women away and the subtle moves that pull them closer without even realizing why. So here's what I want you to understand. This is not just about texting tips. This is about protecting your chance at love, at connection, at intimacy. One careless message can close the door, but one smart, well-placed line can open it wider than you imagined. And listen, before we go further, subscribe right now, because if you don't and you text her the wrong thing tonight, you'll wish you had listened to what I'm about to share. Don't make the mistake of walking away unprepared when the answers are right here in front of you. Now let's start with the very first truth about flirting over text. And it's simple. Keep it short, keep it simple. There's a reason people say less is more. When it comes to attraction, mystery is powerful. Curiosity is magnetic. If you dump your entire heart in one long message, you don't create mystery, you kill it. Here's what I see too often. A man finally gets a chance to text a woman he likes, and suddenly he's writing a mini novel. He tells her how beautiful she looked, how he couldn't stop thinking about her, how his heart was racing, how he can't wait to see her again, all in one text. Do you know what that does? It overwhelms her. Instead of her smiling and feeling curious, she feels pressured. She feels like she just got hit with an emotional wave she didn't ask for. And what does she do? She pulls back. Maybe she replies politely, maybe she ignores it completely, but either way, you've lost ground. Now compare that to a man who sends something light, something short, something that feels natural. Imagine she gets a message that simply says, "Hey, you crossed my mind today. That smile of yours is dangerous." See the difference? One message is drowning in effort. The other feels effortless. One makes her feel cornered. The other makes her feel intrigued. The truth is, women are more drawn to men who create space for curiosity than men who pour everything out at once. Because here's the secret. She should be wanting to know more about you, not already knowing it all. And this is where the KISS rule comes in. Keep it simple, short. That doesn't mean you should be dry. It means you should be strategic. Say just enough to make her feel something, curiosity, amusement, attraction, and then let her come closer. Instead of, "How was your day?" which only invites a yes or no. Try, "Today was chaos, flat tire, bad coffee, and way too many emails. Hoping your day treated you better than mine did." Now what happens there? You've given her a glimpse of your world, you've shown some personality, and you've invited her into the conversation without forcing her. That's the art of short and simple. It's not boring, it's intentional. And listen carefully, because this part matters. If you think you can figure this out on your own without subscribing, let me warn you, you're wrong. There are men watching this right now who will subscribe. They'll take these lessons, they'll learn, and they'll be the ones winning the attention of the woman you're dreaming about. Don't be the one left behind, staring at your phone, wondering why she stopped replying while someone else got it right. Hit subscribe now so you're not watching opportunities slip through your fingers. Now let's move into the second truth about flirting over text. Keep the tone positive and playful. If there's one thing that kills attraction faster than anything, it's negativity. You might not even realize you're doing it, but every time you complain, sound frustrated, or send a heavy, serious message too soon, you chip away at the spark. Texting is not the place to unload your struggles. It's not the place to talk about how lonely you feel, how nobody understands you, or how hard your life is. And please, never send a woman the message, "Why aren't you replying?" That single line has ended more chances than you can imagine. Flirting over text is meant to feel light, effortless, fun. If she sees your name pop up on her phone, she should feel a little jolt of excitement, not dread. She should be thinking, "Oh, I wonder what he's going to say this time," not, "Oh no, here comes the drama." Let me give you an example. A heavy, needy text sounds like this. "I don't know if you even care about me. You barely text back. Maybe I'm just wasting my time." Now compare that to a playful text. "Guess who just made my day by finally replying?" The first one pushes her away. The second one pulls her closer. One feels like a weight. The other feels like a spark. You see, women are naturally drawn to men who make them feel good, who bring a smile, who turn a simple moment into something brighter. That doesn't mean you have to be a clown or try too hard. It just means you know how to keep the energy light, inviting, and positive. Here's another example. Instead of saying, "What are you doing? Are you busy? Why aren't you texting me back?" You could say, "Okay, so I just discovered something tragic. I make the world's worst pancakes. You're going to have to rescue me with your cooking skills one day." Do you feel the difference? One reeks of insecurity. The other builds curiosity, humor, and a little bit of challenge all in one. This is what I mean by keeping it positive and playful. It's about energy, because attraction is energy. When your texts feel light, warm, and fun, she naturally wants to respond. She wants more of it. And think about this. If you click away without subscribing, and a week from now you send the wrong text, you'll remember this moment. You'll remember that you could have subscribed, learned, and avoided that rejection. Don't set yourself up for regret. Don't be the man who looks back wishing he had taken action when it mattered. Subscribe now so you never have to wonder what could have been. Now let's move into the third truth about flirting over text. Give sincere compliments. This is one of the most powerful tools you have, but it's also one of the easiest to misuse. Because let's be honest, almost every woman has heard the same shallow compliments 1,000 times before. "You're so hot. You're gorgeous. You've got the most amazing body." And maybe you think those words sound flattering, but here's the problem. Those compliments don't set you apart. They don't touch her heart. And in some cases, they actually backfire. Why? Because women are complex, and the way she sees herself isn't always the way you see her. You might be obsessed with her curves, but she might be insecure about them. You might think her eyes are stunning, but she might think they're too plain. Complimenting her body too soon or too much can make her feel like that's all you notice, that you don't see her, you just see parts of her. But when your compliment is thoughtful, when it's sincere, when it speaks to who she is and not just what she looks like, that's when it lands deep. That's when it makes her pause, smile at her phone, and feel something real. Let me give you an example. Instead of saying that "You're so beautiful," try saying that, "I love how your energy changes a room. You walk in and suddenly it just feels lighter." Do you see the difference? One is generic, the other is personal. One could be said to anyone. The other makes her feel seen. Here's another one. Instead of "You're so funny," try "The way you see the world cracks me up. I love how you find humor in the little things most people overlook." That kind of compliment shows that you're paying attention, not just to how she looks, but to how she thinks, feels, and moves through the world. And that's powerful because women aren't starving for more men to notice their bodies. They're starving for men to notice their soul. So when you text her, let your compliments reflect depth. Compliment her intelligence, her ambition, her kindness, her creativity, her uniqueness. Compliment her in ways that show you're actually paying attention. Here's a little secret most men don't realize. The more personal your compliment, the more unforgettable it becomes. Think about it. How many guys do you think have told her she's beautiful? Probably dozens. But how many have told her, "The way you tell stories makes people lean in. It's magnetic." Not many. That's the difference between blending in and standing out. So remember this, shallow compliments might get a smile, but sincere, thoughtful compliments, those build attraction, those build connection. Those are the texts she rereads when you're not around. Now let's talk about the fourth truth of flirting over text. Ask playful questions. This is where so many men miss the mark. They think conversation has to be deep or serious or intense in order to matter. But when you're flirting over text, heavy conversations are the fastest way to shut down attraction. What actually works? Lighthearted curiosity, questions that spark imagination, questions that open the door for banter. questions that make her smile at her phone instead of sigh. Because here's the thing, flirting isn't about proving yourself. It's not about showing how smart you are or how much money you make or how badly you want her. Flirting is about creating energy. It's about building a rhythm of play, and nothing builds that better than playful, curiosity-driven questions. Think about it like this. Which text is more likely to keep her engaged? What are you doing? Or, okay, serious question, pancakes or waffles? And be careful, because your answer might determine if we can ever get breakfast together. One is dull, the other is playful. One dies in a single word answer. The other opens up the door to laughter, teasing, and maybe even a little challenge. Here's another example. Instead of, where do you live? Try, if we were stranded on an island, what's the one thing you'd absolutely have to bring with you? Now notice what just happened. The first question is flat, impersonal, forgettable. The second one is fun. It sparks creativity. It makes her imagine a scenario with you in it. That's banter. That's flirting. And this works because playful questions do more than pass the time. They create moments. They build inside jokes. They turn a simple text thread into something memorable. When you ask the right kind of questions, she doesn't just answer. You get her laughing. You get her thinking. You get her invested. And when a woman is emotionally invested in a conversation, she's not just texting back, she's attaching those good feelings to you. And here's the part most men overlook. Attraction grows in the spaces where emotions are stirred. If you can make her laugh, if you can make her feel playful, if you can make her light up over something small, you've already separated yourself from the crowd of guys asking "Wid?" So let your text carry that spark. Be curious, but be creative. Don't interrogate her. Invite her into a fun moment. Try something like, okay, settle this once and for all. Is pineapple allowed on pizza? Or, if you could teleport anywhere right now, where would you go? And no, you can't stay away from this conversation. See, light, playful, engaging. And here's the best part. It's not about having the perfect line. It's about showing her that you know how to create fun energy, even in something as small as a text. That's what makes you memorable. That's what makes her look forward to the next message. So remember, if you want to flirt over text in a way that draws her in instead of pushing her away, don't just ask questions. Ask playful questions. Ones that spark laughter. Ones that stir curiosity. Ones that build a connection without forcing it. Now let me give you a little bonus truth about flirting over text. Something most men overlook, but that makes all the difference. If you really want your text to stand out, you need to understand 3 things: inside jokes, emojis, and the reality that nothing replaces face-to-face. Let's start with inside jokes. These are gold. An inside joke is like a secret language between the two of you. It's something only you and she understand. Maybe it was a funny moment you both laughed at in person, or something silly she said that you teased her about once. The point is, when you bring it back up in a text, it makes her feel like she's in on something special with you. It says we have our own world, our own connection. And when a woman feels that kind of intimacy, even in a playful way, it pulls her closer. For example, if you both laughed about how she's obsessed with chocolate, you might text her, "Careful, I just passed by a bakery, and I swear the chocolate cake was calling your name." It's light, it's funny, but most importantly, it's personal, and personal beats generic every single time. Now about emojis, do they matter? Yes, when you use them the right way. Emojis aren't meant to replace your words. They're seasoning, not the meal. A well-placed wink or a playful smiley can add emotion to your message. It can soften your tone, make your words feel warmer, or highlight the humor. But here's the danger: overdo it and you lose the magic. If you send her a wall of emojis or lean on them because you don't know what to say, it looks immature. It makes you seem like you're hiding behind symbols instead of speaking with confidence. So think of emojis like salt. Just a pinch adds flavor, but too much ruins the whole dish. And now, the most important truth of all. Texting can spark attraction, yes. Texting can build momentum, but nothing, absolutely nothing, replaces the power of face-to-face connection. Your smile, your eye contact, your tone of voice, the way your body language fills the room. These things cannot be fully captured in a message. Over text, it's easy for words to get misread. But in person, she can feel you. She can sense your confidence. She can feel the energy you carry. So use texting as a tool, not a crutch. Let your texts be the bridge, but make sure the destination is always meeting in real life. Because no matter how smooth you are on a screen, it's the real world moments that build real connection. And let me be blunt, this is just the surface. There are deeper secrets about attraction, connection, and intimacy that I only share here on Relationship Truths. If you don't subscribe, you're going to miss them. Other men will learn them, apply them, and win in love while you stay stuck, repeating the same mistakes. And if you choose not to subscribe, then do me one favor. Drop a comment below and explain why you choose to stay stuck when the answers are right in front of you. So let's take a breath and bring it all together. We've talked about the 4 truths that make flirting over text not just easier, but powerful. Keep it short and sweet because less really is more when it comes to attraction. Don't overwhelm her with essays. Give her just enough to keep her curious. Keep your tone positive and playful because energy is everything. No woman wants to text with a man who feels like a burden. She wants lightness, fun, a spark that makes her look forward to your messages. Give sincere compliments because flattery is cheap, but authenticity is rare. Show her you notice the little things about who she is, not just how she looks. Let your words make her feel seen in a way most men overlook. And finally, ask playful questions because banter is the heartbeat of flirting. Keep her laughing, keep her curious, keep her wanting to play the game with you. And if you remember nothing else, remember this. Flirting over text doesn't have to be scary. You don't have to second guess every word you type. You just need the right approach, the balance of lightness, sincerity, and curiosity. Because at the end of the day, attraction isn't built on pressure or neediness. It's built on the feelings you stir in her heart when she sees your name pop up on her screen. And here's what I know for sure. Every man watching this has the potential to be unforgettable in the way he communicates, but only if you're willing to learn, practice, and actually apply these truths. And now I'm going to say this as clearly as I can. Don't just watch this and vanish. If you value your time, your future, and your chances at love, subscribe now. Because every time you don't, you're handing your opportunity to someone else who will. Another man will take this advice, apply it, and win the woman you're hesitating over, while you're left wondering what went wrong. And if you still choose not to subscribe, then I expect you to tell me in the comments why. Why would you let yourself stay stuck when the key to unlocking real connection is right here in front of you? This is Relationship Truths. My name is Selena Rose, and I'll see you in the next one.